Are you ready? I'm saying, are you ready?
This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here. Now be sure to watch Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV by subscribing on YouTube and following them on social media for all the latest Leicester City news and information. Come on you foxes!
Strap yourself in.
Because we're set up, switched on and ready to go.
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's live.
Good evening, fellow Fox fans. How the devil are we? Thanks for joining us tonight. A little bit of a different show, not the one that was originally planned. We were tonight supposed to be doing another episode of the Big Fat Football Quiz. And we were going to have a Norwich fan on, but unfortunately, he's had somebody's passed away in his family, so he's obviously not able to get on tonight. So, Canary Cast, we wish you all the best, and our thoughts go out to you and your family. And understandably, we'll try and get you on later in the year. So, I've had to try and put something together rather quickly. Hadn't planned on doing this. But hey, you know, that's the best thing, isn't it? When they're not planned, that's when it usually, well, sometimes works. It's Leicester Till I Die TV. You can get us on Facebook, Leicester Till I Die, the group, on Twitter, at Leicester TID. And if you can get over to the YouTube, we would be loving you forever, because we would ask you, if you don't mind, if you could just give us a like on the old YouTube, Leicester Till I Die TV. Press my buttons, twist my knobs, give me a subscribe. We are 65 just off the 1,000, so we can taste it. So extra push, get your friends, get your nanny, get your dog, set an account up and subscribe, and we can get to that 1,000. So yes, wasn't going to do this, but decided to do this, having been on a show with Dan at Turf Moorhouse TV. Great channel, go and check it out. We did one recently, the Shit Shirt Show Part 1. Now, I don't know if you remember that at all. It was basically where we looked at everybody's home strip, and I put them in a rating from the best, which was, of course, Leicester, to the worst. And it was 20, a countdown from 20 to number 1, and number 1, I say, being the worst. So what I thought we'd do today is, well, you can see Shit Shirt Show number 2. We're going to have a look at the away shirts. It was suggested I also do one for third shirts, but I'm not keen on the Leicester third shirt. Tell me, guys, what you think. Do you like the Leicester third shirt? I wasn't keen on the white one, to be honest. The white one last year was pretty much like a bit of cotton. It was just like wearing a very cheap T-shirt. But first and second strips, well, you know my thoughts on those. Let's just say a couple of hellos and good evenings. Ankit, good evening to you. How the devil are you, sir? Colton Fox. Well, this actually, Cullen, sorry. Culliton Fox. I should have gone to Specsavers. The grey is too light. Yeah, I think I agree with you on that, Culliton. and the pink is too pink, if that makes sense. You know, it just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work for me at all. But no, Cullerton, this shirt, I actually did wear this for the first show. It's actually from a company called the Shit Shirt Company. So, of course, I have brought this out in recognition of the show that we are doing this evening. Talk, good evening, sir. How the devil are you? Hope you're well. My condolences to yourselves as well. And my thoughts to you and your family. Stick in there, mate. That's the best you can do. Yes, Cullerton, unfortunately, I did. We had a bit of me and Matt, my mate, where I used to work, we used to have this thing where it started with these, and then every Christmas we would buy a shit shirt. Well, obviously, with it being Christmas, we went on to Christmas Hawaii shirts, or Hawaiian Christmas shirts, I should say. So, yeah, I did pay for it. Yeah, should we move on? Because, as you can see, though, I have chosen the name for myself that goes with my fashion sense there. Yeah, what can I say? But this is the Shit Shirt Show. Does anybody remember who won the home strip shit shirt? It was Watford. But Spurs, I think, were and Chelsea were very close, third and second, respectively. So where's everybody going to go this year? Well, I'll tell you what we've done this year, guys. I'll tell you what we've done. We've gone out and we've actually questioned. We had a poll of one person, me, and this is the order that person that put the shirts in. Before we start, though, I just want to have a quick mention. We mentioned this yesterday. Me and Brad did a special show. If you're like me, I don't enjoy doing the fantasy football because it takes over my life, and obviously I'm doing a lot of these shows, so I don't have time to actually do it, because I get very, very involved in the fact that I sit down and go, right, Jamie Vardy didn't score this week, so I need to drop him, but Kane got 3, so I need to bring him back in. Then I bring him back in, but he's 10 million more than Vardy, so I have to drop somebody else to fit him. And then suddenly my evening's gone. What I like about this is it's a prediction game that is very heavily involved and supported by Ian Marshall. In fact, he's in our league, and he's the ex-Fox, if you remember. He also does my predictions on the lcfc.com website, but this is separate to that. It's just a bit of fun. It's free. All you need to do is to go on, you log on with your email address, give yourself a name, and then message me or Brad on Twitter or Facebook and just say, please, can we join? And we'll send you an invitation. Then you just go down, click on the invitation and join the league. And literally all you do is basically predict the scores. It's a bit like the Super Six on Sky. And it's just the Premier League games you just predict. So 3-0, 1-0, 2-1. And you can have 3 bankers. So if you think Liverpool are definitely going to beat Burnley this weekend, put that down as a banker because it doubles your points. A bit like Joker in the old It's a Knockout, if you remember that. Like I say, it's the longball.net. It isn't an app at the moment, unfortunately, because it is in its very early days. Ian Marshall's a great supporter of the channel, and thanks to Ian for doing that. We've got Jerry Taggart on board as well with the Prediction League, along with Steve Lyonick, Steve Walsh, and Ian Wilson, ex-player as well. So they're all doing that. But this long ball, so Ian Marsh is really, really involved in it. It's a bit of a laugh. It's a bit of a joke. You can literally do it. It takes 2 or 3 minutes. Actually, then just send us a message and we'll make sure if you can't find the group, because that is proving a few problems, we can do. Compton Fox here very basically says, dead easy to join. He's done it and he likes it. I hopefully you're talking about the long ball game. What else could it be? What else could it be, hey? It is, isn't it, Colton? It is so easy to do. If you like Fantasy League, great. You know, that's brilliant, but just not for me. This is a lot easier. So, are you ready? Are you ready to go?
The Premier League is back, and we've got it all covered here on Leicester Till I Die TV. Subscribe.
got a couple of new jingles to come in today. I think you might just like them. But anyway, here we go. The away strip. The away strip 20 shit shirts. Here we go. We're going to start. This is my favourite. Now, I only did the Turf Moorhouse TV show a couple of days ago. We did it, and I was commenting on that. And I changed my mind. So when I actually sat down, because that was the first time I've seen a lot of them and looked at it, I actually moved a lot about because I was having second thoughts. But this is, for me, my favourite away strip for this coming season, 21-22 season. My favourite away strip. And it's Newcastle. Yeah. They seem to have got it right this year. If nothing else, it's one thing Newcastle have got right. I love, as you can see, their home strip. You can see that number 18, which basically means it was the third favourite for me this season. Well, the away kit there, it is literally my favourite. It's the black and gold. We've done that before at Leicester, and I love it. It works very well together, and there's like you've got to see them close up. You really do have to see them, a lot of these close up. So if you are on a laptop, try and go full screen, because it does show you more detail, and there's a lot of detail with like the hoops, if you like, in the. I'm just going to see if I can get this up full size myself here, but there's a lot of black hoops within the black top, if that makes sense. It's just, I love, I'm going to be totally honest with you, I love contrasting colours, and you'll realise that as we go along here, that I do like that. And I'm just going to say with the Newcastle one here, and we can all complain about, I shouldn't have spoiled out. A lot of people said, oh, it would look better without the logo. Yeah, of course it would. Of course it would. But unfortunately, we haven't got it. You know, we have to have the logos on. There's not an awful lot we can do about that. But with that one, like I say there, it's the badge is the gold, the logo's the gold. They've got kayak on the arm, but the sponsor's there. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to argue with him, would you? He looks like he should be playing for the All Blacks. That is my 20th Culton Fox here. Black and gold is a nice mix. Cullerton, have we invited you into the league, by the way? Just let me know on that one. Just let me know. But yeah, black and gold is, I do. We've done it before, like I say, at Leicester. And yeah, Ankit, it does look good. Where's your shirt? Chelsea shirt, Ankit. Get over to RC Buying Chelsea Fan TV. He does a bit of cricket as well and a lot of Premier League stuff. Good channel to follow. Great, Cullerton, great. Because the Chelsea home strip. Yeah, I didn't like that one at all. So we'll see where it is, Ankit. You might have to stay up a bit later. Just a bit of a hint there. Right, okay, so let's have a look. A 19th, and I am going to get brickbats for this. I know I am. I'm going to get brickbats for putting this at number 19, but it's Crystal Palace. Now, I loved Crystal Palace. As you can see there as well, guys, you know, it was number 19 for the home kits as well. I just love the bright, vibrant colours. That's what works for me. It's a bright yellow. It's not wishy-washy. The stripes are very, very bright as well. They go through the logo, so that doesn't disturb it at all. And I just think it is a nice strip. I say everybody's different, but to me, I like bright colours. I like contrasting colours. And when I look at this, I've looked at this as if, would I buy these shirts? You know, would I go, if I supported the team, I mean, I wouldn't buy them now, obviously, because I'm a Leicester fan, always have been. But if I didn't support Leicester and I supported Palace, would I buy that shirt? And I'm going to be honest with you, yes, I would. So number 19 there, it's Crystal Palace. Fullerton don't like yellow shirts, but that's not bad. You know what? We've had a lot of yellow shirts over the years, and I'm going to be totally honest with you, Cullerton, they weren't my favourite. I've got one which is like almost that yellow, it was what I call the Gary Parker era. You know, when there was the sort of the white hoop there at the centre and what have you. That was my favourite sort of yellow, which is a bit of a bright one like this. So, yeah, I do. As yellow ones go, I do like that. Now you can probably tell underneath here, I am sporting the Leicester away top, and I wasn't this year. I said to myself, I said, right, I'm not going to buy the home shirt because I'm not working now and I haven't got the money that I was earning in the previous years. And the tops are always, let's be honest with you, blue. So I had to be simple. I said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for the away shirt to come out because we've started in the past. We had yellow, white, black. Now we're mixing the colours up and having different colours each year. So then I'll wait for the away strip to come out and I'll go and buy that. And then the blue one came out of Leicester. And anybody who watched the shirt show part 1 will know that was the best shirt. Even I've been on other channels as well. And Doug on the Dugout Football channel, who is a Liverpool fan, even put Leicester's home kit as his favourite. So I bought that. And then they bought this out. And I'm like, seriously? Are you just trying to make me go bankrupt here? But it is my third favourite. My only complaint on this, because I do when I saw we played in it, one of the pre-season friendlies, it's great because they've got the dark blue that they've got around the edge there that you can see, and the logo and the badge. And I love the way they do the badges in the different colours. In fact, I'm not going to strip off, guys. Don't worry, but I'm just going to open this up. I know you can't see because I'm quite low because of the logos above my head, but I just do think I should show my allegiance there. And I do like the fact that the shorts and socks, etc., they do match the dark blue around the collars and the stripes, etc. That said, the one disappointing thing, and I like the fact that it isn't plain. I wasn't sure about the checkerboard, but I've got to be honest with you, I ordered it because I like the mint colour. And when I was down at Wembley for the, well, some people call it the Community Shield. I like to call it the Super Cup. When I was down at Wembley for that, I actually saw it on a lot of people because mine hadn't arrived yet. And I was like, yeah, that's really shit hot, that. I like that. I love the checkerboard and the fact that the checkerboard, parts of it's diagonal, not solid. What gets me, though, and this isn't just with the Leicester shirt, it's with a lot of shirts, to be totally honest with you, is they don't take it round the back. And we've not done this on the home kit. I know you got your numbers on the back and what have you, but you know, it's like a half and half shirt. It's like we all hate half and half scarves, but these are like half and half shirts. You've got the pattern front and the plain back. And I'm going to have to do this now because it's getting rather hot under these studio lights. And I've been waiting to take that off, as you can imagine. But just look at that, eh? Class. Now, come on, ladies. If there's any ladies watching, if I was out on a Saturday night and you saw me in the bar or in the club wearing that, you'd be flocking to me, wouldn't you? You know. Plus, if I go out in the winter and it's snowing and I get lost, you can easily find me. That's the idea behind it. Right, so we're back to normal with a decent shirt on. Yeah, so why don't they do the pattern the whole way round? As it's not just Leicester, there's a lot of places do it. A lot of teams do it, sorry. I don't get it. And we did it, say, with the home strip as well. Take the pattern all the way round. I don't get it at all. But I did start off with this as my favourite away kit. And obviously, it wouldn't be being biased because I'm Leicester, so... Ankit, what? No, come on now. Right, okay. You look at this, and we've got the background colour, and then you've got two patterns, a square, and then diagonal lines in a square shape. Chelsea have got about 13 bloody designs on their home kit and kit. I think the idea is that there's an attacking, that the goalkeeper gets blinded, and you knock it in the net. He's not forgiven me for putting them so high. yeah, so that's my comment. There were 20, but I had to be honest and take it down to 8th because that just kind of annoyed me a little bit. So yeah, that's the first 3. So 17th, Wolves. Again, it's our second black and gold one. When this first came up, when I first saw this, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not really sure about that. Because it looked like, when you've been painting the walls and you've worn the same shirt for the painting, and you can't be bothered to wash it because you're not going to get the paint out anyway, so you just leave it there, and you've got about 4 or 5 different sets of paint splashes on you. That's what it looked like. But like I say, I was looking at it for a few days and it really grew on me. But again, Wolves, you've gone down the same track. Lovely body to the shirt and then nothing on the arms. I don't get it. But you're in at number 17. Your home kit got to number 11. So you're not doing too bad there. You're number 17. Number 16, this was actually higher for me, but I have had to slowly drop it down. Norwich. They were 17th with the home kit, 16th with their away kit, so they're quite consistent. I like the fact that they've got the patterns on the arms. They've kept they've kept the colour through, but they've got the pattern on the arms. It just breaks it up a little bit. But again, what I like about this is I like the 2 colours work together well, and it's that contrast of the dark and the light working so well. Like when we went back to the Crystal Palace one, to me, I just like it. Ankit, sorry, could do with a little bit more gold. Wolves one, I'm taking it. Yeah. Cullerton, are you on about Norwich or are you still on about Wolves? I missed it when I was doing Wolves. I'm not sure which one you're on about. Guessing the Wolves, to be honest with you. Ankit said, I don't like the Norwich one really, bit too simple, but yes, the colours are good. It's difficult, isn't it? Because it's, do you go simple? And if you look at Spurs home kit, that was as simple as it come. It was basically a plain white T-shirt, and somebody had written, the AXA or whatever it is, with red on the front. And our third kit last season was white, and it was a T-shirt. That was it. So you can be too plain, but I do like the contrast of colours here. So in at number 16 is Norwich. Now the next one, I ummed and ahed over. I came back and went forward, came back and forward. And I put Watford in at 15. Now, they had the worst shirt. I mean, the shirt that they've got for the home kit, it looks like, when you used to get snow on the telly and they used to lose the signal. Probably most of you are too young to know that. But it was horrible, the Watford home shirt. That one is classy, simple, edging just to finish it off, stripes under the arms, which was so last season. We did it last season, Watford. Keep up. Talk about it. I'm just sort of, man at C and A, me. That's I'll tell you. But yeah, to me, nice red. And I say nice, the trimming's just nice. It's simple and stylish. So you got it totally wrong with your home kit, Watford, but I think you've done very well with the away one. Cullerton can't wear, well, you've put can, but I think you mean can't wear red for obvious reasons. Now, you see, Cullerton, it wasn't so long ago that Leicester had red away shirts. In fact, it was the season... My therapist said it's good to talk about this. Remember, we lost 4-0 away to Porto, our last game in the group stage of the Champions League. We'd already qualified, and we got, look, it's 5-0, wasn't it? It was 5. We got stuffed, and we wore that red shirt. The problem is every colour matches. I get what you mean, Nottingham Forest. I know totally where you're coming from with the red, but then if we have a white one, is it like Derby? you. But that said, we've not got this problem at the moment because we're going for these lovely. We had pink, purple, now mint. This is Leicester. We are exactly, yeah. This is, we are that. Not say big is the wrong word because I accuse of the teams of fans if they say big of being wrong. But we're now doing so well that we can actually have our own strip, where in the past, with other companies, you'd have your strip and it would be the same strip and 5 different team colours. You'd all have the same strip just with different colours. Now we're getting our own designs, like the blue home and like this mint one. So, but yeah, Watford, shit home kit and really shit home kit. But I do quite like your away kit. Now, 14, this, I've got to be honest with you, my number 14 was, do you think I'll get a job at Radio 1? Straight in at number 14. No, you're quite right. I wouldn't. Number 14. I actually had Renee. Hi, how you doing? You've missed the first 4. You have to play catch up, or wait until we get to number 2. We have the rundown. But I hope you are well as well. Thank you for joining us. This was a lot higher when I started. When I first saw this, I loved it. But then I couldn't find anywhere on the net a decent picture of one of their own players wearing it. But I still do like it. 14th, it's Southampton. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you, not a lot of imagination has gone into this at all, because it's virtually the home shirt, just with different colours. It's the same style neck and everything. And they just said, here, have some other colours. You think, well, they sold enough players, Southampton. You can at least afford to put a bit of that money into shirt design. But they've not. But I do like the blue and the yellow. I think it's nice. I do like the 2 colours. Cullerton should be 20. See, 20, remember, Cullerton is actually the best one. So maybe you should say it should be number 1. Rennie, you're fine. That's great to hear. Brilliant. So yeah, it's kind of it dropped down a bit for me, the Southampton, and I wanted to love it, and I still want to love it, but I just ended up liking it. I'm not feeling the old Kevin Keegan. I'd love it. Now then, number 13, and again with this one, this was actually higher when I first saw it. But a bit like shit down a drain pipe, really. It's gone right down for me. I did have this right up at the top, but number 13 is Man United. That said, it's an improvement on their home strip, which was the 5th worst. This is only the 13th. And you have to excuse the red around the arm. Obviously, that's just from the background that it wouldn't remove because of the way that they had done their photographs. But I think it's the red on the shirt I don't like. I like the blue, but you see, again, for me, it's a wishy-washy blue. It really is. So I like a deeper blue, not just because it's Leicester. I'm just, like I said at the start, I like more contrasting, deeper colours. And the red on that background just doesn't do it for me. Like the pattern. I don't know why Man United seem to like going for blue as the second strip with the old United City thing, but they do. They go for the blue. I mean, they did try grey, let's be honest with you. But no, the more I look at it, the more I don't like it. And I think that's probably to put a fan on there, that's the indictment of it, I think, that it could have been so much better than it actually turned out. But 13, still an improvement on your 5th for your home kit, Man United. Number 12, I had this higher as in I hated it more, but when you actually look at it, and please look at it close up, because it's one of those shirts that the pattern in it, a bit like our home kit, that the pattern in it, you can't really see it. You can't tell what it is. So the Leeds. They had the 4th worst home shirt, only because it was so boring, to be honest with you. But they've got the 12th worst away shirt. It's nice. The yellow and white contrast with it, with the dark blue. I like the blue. See, that blue, to me, is so much better than that blue. I do like this blue better. And if you look at it close up, there is a very nice... very nice, I don't know how you describe it, but pattern. You know, like with this one that I'm wearing, where the pattern sort of blends in. It's a very nice pattern inside there. So look at it close up, and it actually does look better. Rennie says, I don't think red for Man. I think red don't suit for Man United. Not sure what you mean there, Rennie, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it. So Leeds, number 12. And the top of the bottom half, if you like, sounds like a sex position, really, doesn't it? Or something you do at Twister. The top, which, to be honest with you, we've all had them nights when there's not a lot to choose between them. Number 11, it's Everton. Now, this has been a lot of people's worst strip. And I do get where you're coming from. The logo is the logo. Like I say, the sponsor, I should say, is the sponsor. We can't do anything about the sponsors. They pay the money, they keep the club going, and they want the name on the shirts, obviously, so that we can advertise it going round. That's why they do it. It's like when you go and you buy a bag at a supermarket. If it's a Sainsbury's, you get a Sainsbury's. If it's Aldi, you get an Aldi. And if it's Lidl, you get a paper bag. But I don't like the way, like I say, that it kind of it stops with the Kazoo cross and then starts. I'm of a certain age. You see, Collerton, a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people are saying that with the Everton strip. You see, I'm of a certain age, basically, which you'd class as old. And one of the first strips I fell in love with was the Peru national strip. And I can't remember what World Cup it is. I have a feeling it was the 1971, which I think was in Brazil, wasn't it? Because that's obviously England lost to Germany. And I think it was that one. And it was South America, and Peru had qualified for it. Now, I was probably about 10 at the time, so I didn't really probably even know where Peru was. But they had a white top, and this was obviously before the sponsors across the middle. But they had a white top with a red stripe, like that, where the black is black, and black was white, and the red was red. And I fell in love with it. And I have a kind of sneaky following for Peru ever since then, purely on the fact of that shirt. And that's why that gets in at number 11. Rennie says, Chris, did you see Patford Vanford sign new contract for Leeds United? I didn't. I had no idea that had happened, but I did see that Harvey Barnes has signed a new 4-year contract with Leicester City. Much more important. But no, that is why Leeds is at, excuse me, number 11. With that, like I say, I get why people don't like it. It is very plain, but that's why I like it. But overall, Everton, 11 away, 13 home. So just mid-table mediocrity with your things, with your shirts. But so I'm gonna have a quick drink, and I will be right back after this. Indeed, that's our new jingle there, the laughing jingle. We're going to use it a lot. Whatever sort of bad mood I'm in, I play. If anybody knows Maisie, that's Maisie laughing. She did give me permission to use it, by the way. It just makes me laugh. So let's go down and let's have a countdown. I'll just see a quick comment here. Yes, Barnes is becoming like CR7. Hey. I'd take that. I really would take that. Okay, so here we go. I need music, don't I? Number 20 was Newcastle. 19th, my second favourite, Crystal Palace. Leicester in at third at 18. Wolves, number 17. Norwich are 16. Watford are 15. Southampton are 14. Man United 13. Leeds 12. Everton 11. And that is the bottom half of the draw. HP 7. Sounds a bit like pile cream. I don't know why that sprung to my mind, but it does sound a bit like pile cream. Oh, no, you'll finish me off, Rennie. You'll finish me off. Right, let's get back to the countdown. And at the end, stay on at the end when we get to the number one, because what I've done is I've totaled everything up and we've got them all into some sort of overall order for team shirts this season. Here we go. Ankit's probably gone because Ankit is over in India and it's probably about midnight over there now. So he's probably gone to bed. So sorry you've missed this, Ankit. This one I have been up and down about. It's Chelsea. It's modelled by the man beast mountain that is Kante. Obviously love him at Leicester. This shirt. Obviously better than the home shirt because you came with the second worst home shirt with that mix that you got on, which was basically like just a load of bits of offcuts they'd got and they sewed them together. This, one day I had it right near the bottom and didn't like it. The next day I had it up at the top. And I've got to be honest with you, it's growing on me. It is a grower. It's a great contrast, the yellow and the black. And maybe that's what Watford should have done with their home kit. It is simple. It is crisp. Would I wear that if I was a Chelsea fan? Yes, I would. And I do say like the contrast with the black and the yellow. And that's why Chelsea are in there at number 10. Rene, don't we all? We wish we'd kept him. But hey, you know... Ankit's still here. Now, come on, Ankit. You've got to be happy I put you at number 10. That's a hell of a lot of improvement on number 2, wasn't it, for your home kit? The lines were unnecessary. You see, the problem you've got, let's be honest with you, the problem every team's got with, firstly, let's look at the home kit. Unless you are Mr. Tan at Cardiff, you are stuck with the colour that you are going to have for your home kit. You know, Chelsea will always be blue. Leicester will always be blue. Man United will always be red. Newcastle, black and white stripes. Man City, light blue. So there's not a lot you can do with home kits, which is why when they do this sort of thing, like with Leicester's, you know, with the pattern we've got in ours, and I like it, but it does make a bit. But they want us to buy it. They want to make it a different bet. If that was a plain yellow shirt, would you have bought it, Ankit? You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. Would you have bought it if it was plain? See, I wouldn't. If I was a Chelsea fan and that was plain yellow, I wouldn't have bought it. But then again, I'd have probably wasted 70 odd quid on the home kit and thinking, God, that's an expensive J cloth. But yeah, no, it's for me. Actually, the black lines do actually make it. So number 10. Excuse me, I need my fisherman's friends back. Where's Julian gone? Come back, Julian. Excuse me. Number 9. I like this when it was brought out, and it was the one. It was the last. They were the last team to bring their away strip out. And you've got to say, it wasn't really worth it. Ankit, sorry, just going back to Chelsea, Ankit saying, I think the 3 is big enough. It is. You've got to be seen, and they do pay for it. But I've had more black on the sleeve. Yeah, I couldn't argue with that. I don't know, Rene. I've no idea. I haven't heard anything left, right on that one, to be honest with you. But, you know, this is Leicester. We linked with everybody and his dad. Surprised we haven't been linked with getting Alan Birchnell back on the pitch with his boots on. So this one, we waited for this one before we could do these shows because they only literally this week, just before their first away. So the season had started. They hadn't even got their away strip out. They finally brought it out. And to be totally honest with you, Burnley, it wasn't really worth it. I don't know why this player is pinching his nipples that high up. I mean, normally when you get older, they go the other way, don't they? But it's... The Burnley fans love it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give you credit for the fact that, again, I like the stripes. Pretty much like the Chelsea one, hoops, but the stripes are nice. And it goes straight through the logo, which, again, is nice. You always have white, if I remember. Certainly a lot of the time. A bit like our yellow at Leicester. You seem to have that same colour for your away shirts. But that is it. It's the same colour. It's nice to have. If I'm going to buy a shirt, and I'm looking at, say, when I open my wardrobe up, I've got all these different blue shirts, and it's nice to go, I've got a green one, I've got a blue one, I've got a purple one, I've got a yellow, a red, a black. It's nice to mix those colours up. And yeah, that's just the bog standard away shirt for you, Burnley. Smart. I don't know who this is. Is it Pete? How you doing? Nice, old school. Yeah, it is, but it's just, that's it. It's old school because we've done it so many times before. You had the 14th worst home kit, Burnley. You've let yourself down with that one. That is the 9th worst home kit. It is average. And that's why you're stuck in an average position. That said, this one, you could take this one and put it at 9 and put Burnley at 8 if you want. You can just swap them round because they are actually quite similar. Number 8, Aston Villa. Again, it's one of those where the stripes don't go behind the logo. And I think that's because the stripes are the same colour as the logo. But I think it looks ridiculous. It looks like the Kazoo or any sponsorship deal there has just literally been ironed on as a separate piece, and you'll see that with another strip in a bit. But it's grown on me. It was a lot higher towards the top of the shit shirts, but yeah, but again, it's pinstriped. It's just not different. And I guess I love Leicester shirts this season. Obviously I'm a Leicester fan, so I'm going, and I keep coming back to it, but they've been inventive. They've gone and said, look, we're a Premier League club. We want our own style of shirt that nobody else has got. Please, thank you very much. And, let's come back with some different colours and some nice designs. It's not hard to do, but these are just like, yeah, really? And I think the fans want it so much because the fans are back and they want to be able to wear some nice shirts. Melina, good evening. How are you? Stop going down those roundabouts yet. How are you doing? We haven't come to Arsenal shirt yet. No. So where is the Arsenal away shirt? And is it as bad as the Arsenal home shirt? Stick with us, you'll find out. So Villa at number 8. At number 7, and we've got West Ham. Now, do you see what I mean about that? The sponsorship. I said I'm not saying the sponsorship is awful because the sponsorships are what they are. As fans, we sooner not have them. It does make you wonder if we didn't have the sponsorship, whether the shirts would be more expensive. I don't think they would be, because I don't think they could be any more expensive. By the time you've got letters and badges and everything gone. Arsenal, by the way, Melina, that's the Europa League badge, because we're in it this season. You might remember that. Do you remember that? So Melina's going to hate me. She really is. But to me, two things with this. The stripe, you know what I'm going to say, wishy-washy. Why bother with it? You can't see it. And I could say the fact that you've stopped it around the sponsor. It looks like they've got the Betway logo on a bit of white background thing and ironed it on. And I don't know why I'm doing that with my thing to say that I've ironed it on, because A, you can't see my hand. It probably looks like I'm having a wank. And B, you know what ironing is anyway. But yeah, so I'm sorry, West Ham. Those two reasons. I like the contrast, you know, with the fact that the purple around the, or the claret, I should say, purple, you'll kill me. Excuse me. The purple is nice and dark in contrast, but it's just too light. The stripes are too light, and I don't like the fact that they got the white around the logo. Dead mid-table for your home kit, slightly worse off for your away kit, and you come in at a 7th place for your away kit. So, who's at number 6? And Melina, please try and stay tuned. I think you're probably still at work, but try and stay tuned because we've got something a little bit special for when we do the Arsenal one. Number 6, Brighton. Bad year, Brighton. Bad year. 7th worst home kit, 6th worst away kit. I wanted to like this. I really did. And what I've written down here is wishy-washy. It's got potential because you've got the different arms. You know I like that. That breaks it up a little bit. But I don't know. If you're going to have the different arms, then at least like with Norwich. I mean, do you remember the Norwich one? You know, look at the arms there. It's stand out. Where, sorry, Brighton, yours is just meh. It's just that. It's just nice green. And I would call it mint. Thank you, Mel. Hope you have a good one as well. So obviously, you know, the mint, it's very similar. If I move over that way, well, if it was taller, it'd probably blend into me. So I like the colour, but they could have just like I say, see how these two colours, Brighton, do you see how they contrast? I'm sorry, yours just don't do enough for me. And that's why you are number 6. And we are into the top 5.
The Premier League is back, and we've got it all covered here on Leicester Till I Die TV. Subscribe.
Ankit, you like the Brighton one? I mean, mate, you know, this football, as we know, football is all about opinions, and you're well entitled to your own opinion on that one. I just think you're wrong. No, Ankit, you know me well enough to know I'm joking. As I say, I like the colour, obviously, for the obvious reasons. Melina, you like this one too, but then, you know, you support Arsenal. Arsenal away kit is nice. And it's your grandpa's birthday tomorrow, Rennie. Well, I hope you get him a nice Leicester gift. A nice Leicester gift. So we're top 5. And as I say, if you're joining us late, it's top 5 as in the 5 worst. So we started with Newcastle, which was the best, and we are now going on to the 5 worst. So in 5th place, Brentford. Sorry, Mel, you might want to just sort of close your ears for this bit for a little bit. 12th worst home kit. This is just, it's nice bright yellow. So I don't dislike the yellow per se and the black contrast, but again, it's just, I don't know. You know, I can't find words to describe it, and that's the thing. I've written down on my card here, boring, and I guess that sums it up. It is boring. You know, whatever you say about the Chelsea home kit, I'm sorry, Ankit, to keep going on about it, but sorry, I was just reading a message there. Static, thanks very much for popping in, mate. I didn't know I've got to be honest with you. I didn't realise it all static. I hope you are okay. Take care, mate. You know where I am if you want to talk. Message me anytime on Twitter. I'm more than happy to have a chat with you. I know we're all feeling it at times, but mate, if you need to talk at all, just give us a shout out. But I will enjoy your garlic bread. always. Yeah, just boring, to be honest with you. Cullerton says, would it look better with a collar? I think so. I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Cullerton. So that's my 5th worst shirt. If there's one shirt that I have totally, and I mean totally, changed my mind over, it's this one. In 4th place, and therefore the 4th worst shirt is Manchester City. Their home strip was 8th, the 8th worst one. And if I'm sorry, if the Brentford shirt is boring, this is like watching Stoke on a wet Tuesday in January. It's nothing. It is a white T-shirt. The only thing that just saves it, and what I originally loved on it when I saw it, was the fact that all the colours on it, and they got the piping around the neck, around the bottom of the arms, and obviously then you got the logo, the badge, and the sponsor, is that it's in like a metallic colour. And it looks very good because it goes, it's one of those that as you look at it, it changes colour. And as you can see on there, purple through blue. That is brilliant. But it's on a vest. And that's what it is. And kit, you're totally right. If not for their sponsor, that's a jogging white kit. It is the same. It's like Spurs home kit, exactly the same. It is. It is a vest. It's a vest. Talk MU, Adam, mate, how you doing? Thanks for popping back in. We're all having a bad time at the moment. What is it? It's like, I don't know. Somebody up there is sort of saying everybody's going to have a shit August. Mate, guys, let's just enjoy the football and let's be happy. Right. So, Melina, are you still with us? Are you? I do. We've all got to take a minute sometimes in our day and static talk. Myself, we've all had bad few days here, and you're thinking, oh, things are really bad. Look at things and go, do you know what? It could be worse. I could follow Arsenal. And then just take a minute. I do. Take a minute to laugh at Arsenal. Sorry, it just cracks me up. And we had Maisie on the show last night, and that, like, honestly, it got to put a smile on your face. Sorry, Mel, but I couldn't resist that, and I will be playing that over and over again. She's totally going to unfriend me. She so is, because at number 3 and into the top 3 after only 1 week, and I've lost it here, but I've just got it back here. It is Arsenal. Now, I don't know what player that is. If Mel's still watching, she'll probably tell me. But I think he's actually pointing at that cannon going, shoot me because I've got to wear this shirt. What is it? I mean, I say the sponsors are the sponsors, and I just don't get. Does Stan Kroenke have relatives in Rwanda or something? I don't. He's obviously got this thing about them, but your home shirt was okay. It was red and white, but why? I still don't know why because you've got your Adidas as well, and you've got these were blue, these 3 stripes on the top on a red shirt with one little blue. I think you could get a bit of blue in your logo, I guess, but this again, it's not even a nice. It's magnolia, or what's the other one? Egg, not egg yolk. It's egg something or another, but the paint. That's what it is. It's. I'm confused. What's the paint called that's got an egg in? That's called egg. I've got an egg in it. Eggshell. That's it. That is an eggshell shirt. That's not easy for me to say. Shit shirt show's hard to say, but eggshell shirt is almost as up. So, sorry, Arsenal. You have the 9th worst home shirt. Fair dues to you, but 3rd. That I just like I say, if it was a bright yellow, it would have looked so much better. Because again, look, just by making it a bright yellow, to me, you get this effect. Nice, bright, crisp. But it so isn't. Sorry about that. So, number 2, Liverpool. Now, a lot of people have said this is their favourite. A lot of people, Liverpool fans, have said they absolutely love it. Try not to burst into me, Kevin Keegan there. What do you love about it? Please, somebody tell me. That is a shirt that I would go into Sports Direct and find on the sale rack for a £5. That's what it is. It's a £5. It's a £5 shirt from Sports Direct. It is. I described it as a golf shirt the other day, but it's not even that. It's not even that. It's just. It's a wishy-washy colour. Cullerton Fox. Yes, you're quite right. It is. Well, weird. I know what you mean. There are weirder ones, as you'll see in a minute. If you want to see weird, mate, Cullerton, please stop for the top one. But I do know what you're saying. It's just nah. You know what I mean? Yes, they've gone for the contrast with the dark collars and arms edging to the rest of the shirt. But what a colour! It's like a couple of years ago when Man City had their Opal Fruit one, and let's be honest with you, that was bad. But at least you'd be able to see the players. Do you remember the Man United grey shirt when Fergie made them change it all at half time because they reckon the players couldn't see them? I reckon you could have the same problem with that. Get down Sports Direct, give them a £5, and then go and print off standard whatever it is, boring colour. Indeed, it is Cullerton, totally boring. Get a standard chart or whatever the sponsor is and iron it on the front, and you can save yourself 65, 70 quid because that's all that is. Sorry, Liverpool, it is shit. It is a shit shirt, but it isn't the shittest shit shirt. I really need to buy some new teeth. Can you think what it is? I'm not going to say that. Do you know what it? No, let's not go there. It's too risky. But do you know who number 1 is? Remember Weird, Cullerton. Remember Weird. So just to run back down again, we had number 20, and my favourite was Newcastle. Just missing out as my favourite. My second favourite was Crystal Palace. 3rd, Jamie there. And welcome, Harvey Barnes. You've signed a new contract extension. Fantastic. Why would you want to leave? That is my 3rd favourite. Wolves, 17th worst. Norwich, 16th. Watford, 15th. Southampton, 14th. Man United, 13th. Leeds, 12. Everton, 11. Into the top 10 we go. And up 2 places to number 10. No, number 10 is Chelsea. Oh, it's still growing on me. I might have to go and move that. It's growing on me. 9 is Burnley. 8 is Aston Villa. 7 is West Ham. 6 is Brighton. 5 is Brentford. 4 is Manchester City. 3 is Arsenal. 2 is Liverpool. And number 1 Have you worked it out? You must have worked it out. Cullerton, of course it is. Of course it is. And let me just take that out, because you're going to want to see this in full colour. Now, Cullerton, you said the one there, Liverpool in second, was weird. You may want to reconsider that, because if you're saying that is weird, then I really, really, really don't know what you're going to think this is. I'm just going to leave it there. Just take that in. Maybe if you want to go and get your sunglasses. You know, we've seen some bad strips over the years, and the away strip ones, it's very difficult to not be boring, but not going weird. You know, we remember Man United's zebra top. You know, we remember, like I said before, Manchester City's opal fruit tops. This is up there with those. This is up there with those. And I know you want people to, you see, do you remember when football nearly came home, Euro 96, my favourite England shirt, the grey? Why did England go? And it wasn't actually grey. To give it its proper title, it was indigo. As in Gascoigne's, there's the goal, indigo. Sorry. Why did they do that? Because it actually went well with jeans. The indigo colour went very, very well with blue jeans, and they sold tons on the back of it. That goes well with the dustbin. Cullerton, I'm going to look at the comments. I hope you've taken it back about weird. Coach seats. Go on, you've got to admit, like that. You've got to admit that is worse. That is weird than compared to Liverpool. It's weirder than Liverpool's. Dimitri, hello, sir. How the devil are you? I hope you're safe and staying well. Even worse than their Fruit of the Loom home shirt. I know. I mean, they've got number one worst away kit and the third worst home kit. The home kit was just boring. So maybe they've looked at that and maybe they've sort of said, hang on a second. The first one was so boring, we've got to go completely the other way. I don't know what either that or the designers had a bad reaction to a curry the night before and looked down the toilet and went, away shirt for Spurs. Seriously. Almost going to a beach party, is it? The funny thing when you see these, they don't look happy, do they? They don't look happy. But, God. I tell you what, go on Cullerton Fox, the only place they go in this season. Probably. That is very quick, very true. Let's be honest with you. That has to be, I think that deserves its very own private one of these. I do. Words, we don't need to say any more words. That is it. So that is our top 20 countdown. And if you think those are bad, in fairness, guys, if you think those are bad, this is my thumbnail for YouTube. These are real shirts. Joe Jordan from Manchester United actually played for, I think it was AC Milan, I'm not sure, but he played for whoever he was playing for at the time. I don't think it was had the sponsors poo. I don't think we need to say any more, really, do we? At the other end, of course, it's famous shirt. Can you imagine being sponsored by Diwanka? There isn't a bit. That is actually a dummy that's wearing that, because you know there is not one picture of a player stood on his own wearing that shirt. And are you surprised? No. But let's go back over to the poo. You've got, I mean, the goal. Remember in the 80s, 90s, goalkeeper shirts were just totally off the scale, and that was, I mean, Siemens. Do you remember Siemens? Oh, in Euro 96, Siemens was bad. The Hull City Tiger one. Yeah, that is actually a red and white polka dot top. That one is, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. This one was, well, we've got a bit of all these colours left. Let's just sew them together. And yes, that is a Burger King sponsored football shirt. You think that's worse? See the team in the background? That shirt is actually broccoli. Because where they are, I can't remember what country they're from, but they're in this region, which is a vegetable capital of their country, this region. They supply a lot of the vegetables, obviously. They were sponsored by, and that this is just loads and loads of broccoli. I suppose if they'd had Brussels sprouts, they could have, had the wind behind them when they were playing. But apparently, it is broccoli. So you think they're bad? You could have had those, but that laugh is incredible. Yes, it so is. Cheers me up, something rotten. Right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do something a little bit different. You've seen Shit Shirt Show 1. Do you remember it? You've seen Shit Shirt Show 2 just now. What we're going to do is we're going to do a very, very, very scientific method to work out which team overall has performed better with producing home and away kits this season. It's very complicated. It's a bit like, what's that thing Ankit will probably tell me for cricket, when the Douglas something method, if it rains for an hour on day 3 or what. I was up till 4 o'clock this morning working this out, so I hope you really, really appreciate it. Actually, all I've done is add the home score and the away score together, and the one with the lowest is the worst. So if you come third and got second for the second shirt and it's 5, you're worse at your shirts than somebody that's finished 20th. So here we go. This is just very quickly going to pop these in here, and you always used to say to my wife, and here we go. Bottom place with, well, let's start at the top with the favourite one, shall we? We've got, has to be really, doesn't it? Leicester, and I'm going to put these in to this 19th just for now. No, I'm not. I'm going it totally wrong here. Leicester, sorry, I'm going to put Leicester first. So they have actually got, sorry, it's the other way around. They've actually got the best kits. Put the home kit and the away kit together, and they got 38 points, and they have got the best one. Jordan, hello. How the devil are you doing, sir? Thanks for joining us. Why they can't sponsor for Winnie the Pooh? Yes. DL method, apparently. That's it, Ankit. Duncan Lewis, Douglas, or something like that. But Leicester, I'm afraid, we're not top on our own. We're equal there with Newcastle, and we're also equal there with Crystal Palace. So those 3 teams all have a combination of the best shirts. So well done for fans of Leicester. Newcastle and Crystal Palace, unfortunately, I don't think you're going to have a lot to cheer about this season, but you can say you came top in the Leicester Till I Die TV poll of shirts for the 21-22 season. It's something to hold on to, isn't it? In 4th place was Norwich. So, yes, I did like their shirts. In 5th place, it was Southampton. And with 28 points, in 6th place, it was Wolves. So, equal 7th with 24, we had Aston Villa, and we also had Everton. In 9th place, Burnley. Burnley, lad, I know it. Burnley's in 9th. And sitting there mid-table, it's Man United. If I can just get it up. My mouse is playing up. So, Man United mid-table there. Need to do better, Man United. Now then, in 11th equal, we have got West Ham. I will get this to work in a minute. West Ham and Brentford. 13th equal with 16 points. We've got Watford. And we've got Leeds United. In 15th place, and the 6th worst shirts of the season is Brighton. And then we had 3 in 16th equal. And that was Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester City. We've gone wrong somewhere. Manchester City. No, I haven't gone wrong. I know what I've done. You are going to expect Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester City fans to be at the other end of the table. Well, not in this table, you're not, Busters. No. You got shit kits and you're where you deserve to be. The second worst is Liverpool. I'm sorry, your main kit was red and orange, and your second kit was a £5 from JD Sports. Tottenham, hang your heads in shame. You know, you're going to get all that money for Harry Kane, and yet you can't bring out what... You know, you've got 2 chances. Every team had 2 chances to bring out at least one half-decent kit. Liverpool couldn't do it, and certainly Tottenham Hotspur couldn't. Rene, of course it was a good choice, because Leicester are just good at everything we do. Don't you wish your owners were hot like ours? Yes, and Ankit, you now know where Chelsea are. I'm sorry, guys. That's how it's worked out. It was a bit of fun. Look, football's back tomorrow. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's back on Saturday. The show back tomorrow is the preview show. I'll be joined by Craig. We'll be looking ahead to the West Ham game. They gave us a bit of a shock with this fixture last season in the first few weeks. Will they give us a shock again? We'll find out. We'll be talking about that, me and Craig, with the preview show tomorrow night. Guys, this was fun. Thanks for joining in. Take care, and we will see you soon. See you tomorrow at 7. Good night.
Hello, Matt Elliott here. Be sure to watch Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and follow all their social media platforms for all the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye, and see you next time.
To an end. But the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.